Yeah, I know most of y'all come here now for the bad doodles content, but I don't want to completely denounce the pseudo-intellectual crap that this channel was founded on. Plus, it's been way too damn long since I've talked about anime, and considering my title has otaku in it, I just figured I really need to get back to my weeb roots, you know? So what am I talking about today? Well, my dress-up darlings, to put it mildly, today I will be talking about self-confidence. Specifically, the self-confidence that arises thanks to hot anime girls. Now, you may be wondering, what brought this on, ToonStarterz? Well, here's how it went down. One day, I decided to start an anime to offset my crippling Pokemon addiction, so I went to see what was spicy right now. I saw that this cute Gairu fashionista chick was the new seasonal waifu, and like a little bitch, I got suckered into watching the first episode. Essentially, the show is about this dude Gojo whose obsession with the Japanese equivalent to My Little Pony dolls makes him the subject of mostly self-imposed scorn. One day, this chick wipes out on his desk and is like, "So you're like an artist, right?" Yeah, kinda. "Cool, so that means you could make me a professional grade cosplay right now, right?" No. And that's how Gojo became Marin's official cosplay fuckboy. Now, I'm not gonna lie, man, as solid as the show ended up being, I wasn't all too impressed at first. Initially, I was like, oh, here we go, it's gonna be another wish fulfillment power fantasy about a generic-ass pussy dude who inexplicably catches the attention of the resident popular chick with a bunch of played-out jokes where he gets flustered by her smoking hot bod. And make no mistake, that is fundamentally what it is. So color me surprised when I found out that this scenario actually kinda works in this case. For one, there's an actual catalyst as for why Marin wants to ride his dick. But once you get past all the riffraff, what you get is a relationship that not only functions on a romantic level, but one that also serves as a touching tale about self-acceptance. The thing about My Dress-Up Darling is that as much as the fanbase worships Marin, this is ultimately Gojo's story about getting comfortable in your own skin. So he starts off like your typical insecure high schooler. He's a dude with a hobby. A nice, inoffensive hobby that, while a bit unusual, isn't hurting anyone. But like any artist, one bad experience completely fucked with Gojo's self-worth, and he ended up shutting himself off from the rest of civilization. Now, at this point, the show could have taken the easy way out. Once Marin was in the picture, I foresaw the endgame here. She'd say some very obvious truisms about how it's okay to be into weird shit, and you should like whatever you want, yada yada yada, fuck me in the ass. Listen, your core audience is fetishizing what is ultimately a conglomeration of outlines, tones, and colored pixels on a regular basis. If anything, they need to be convinced to dial it back. But see, that's the thing. Marin's presence doesn't automatically solve all of Gojo's problems. She's mostly there at first to pull his head out of his butt so he can actually get started. But the moment he's faced with an actual creative challenge, do we learn Gojo's real problem. My dude is just scared. He's got the skill, and he knows that'll be enough for most people, but in his eyes, he's never gonna be good enough. No matter how many hours he puts in, or how many times he catches a load of Marin's tits, he'll never be a real doll maker. Now, you may be wondering, Gojo, dude, who cares what people think? Just have fun. And I'm like, sorry bro, but that's kinda bullshit. Just have fun is for when you suck at Smash Bros, but you don't actually care about winning and you're just looking to have a good time with the boys. But when you're actually passionate about something and you're actively trying to get better, raising yourself up to a personal standard isn't just common, it's inevitable. Case in point, myself. For those who've known me for a while, I did a ton of fan art back in the day. Jijinkas, webcomics, anime, you name it. And during all those years, there was never a single moment where I could confidently say I was a quote-unquote artist, okay? I had zero confidence in my ability, and you know who I had to blame for that? Me. It was my fault for setting an unattainable standard that dictated whether or not I was an artist, even though in retrospect, I am and have always been an artist. To give another example that parallels Gojo's story, let me point you to another anime. I watched Please Don't Tease Me Nagatoro-san a while back, and it's got a lot of the same ingredients. Total wimp with a passion for art gets teased and denied by a sadistic little bitch for 12 episodes. But you know, we eventually do see a change stir up in good old senpai here. For the longest time, he was just falling into complacency with his artwork, not really trying anything new to hone his craft. But once Nagatoro comes in to, inspire him, that ends up being the kick in the nuts he needed to actually experiment a little. By the end of the season, we get some nice manufactured drama where he needs to make a hella good art gallery lest the big titty club president shut the club down. Now, of course, he's got a mad inferiority complex about his work and thinks the president is the real deal. So what ends up motivating him to actually putting out some good work? His waifu, of course! I'm not being sarcastic, by the way. Like, if this horny kid needs to look at his pretty much girlfriend to feel like an artist, that's fine. Inspiration takes many forms, as they say. But the important thing here is that even if tits and ass are what motivates him, he was still ultimately the one who ended up putting in the effort. And that's basically what it all amounts to. Like, if you're happy at your current level, that's fantastic, man. Congrats, you have achieved self-actualization. But if you're aiming for the top, you gotta put in the legwork, dude, cause no one's gonna do it for you. To make a completely self-indulgent reference, it's like battling on Pokemon Showdown. There's a whole ladder for you to climb, with any number of tiers for you to battle in. If you want to be the very best like no one ever was, then yeah, you aim for the top. But if you find yourself more comfortable in the lower tiers, then yeah, you strive to be the very best there. But what I mean everyone else, has to realize is that playing the game on the lower end of the ladder doesn't mean you're any less of a player. Self-acceptance is not some single insurmountable end goal at the end of the road, okay? It's a veritable highway of lanes for you to choose from. It doesn't matter if you've only done commissions for a close circle of friends, or if you reached Bob Ross levels of memehood, personal satisfaction can be found anywhere. Now, back to my DressUp Darling. Am I saying it's Gojo's fault for his lack of self-confidence? Well, yes and no. Like, he got turned down by one asshole one day, and yeah, that really fucking sucks, dude. Like, I've been there. It hurts, and it's okay to feel hurt. Perfectly healthy, even. But eventually, you gotta understand that if you're in this for the long game, you can't be pulling this self-deprecation crap anymore, man. If you wanna ascend your dollmaker status, you gotta own it. Rev up that waifu mobile and claim that shit. There's a scene where Gojo, thanks to the almighty power of anime misunderstandings, has to finish his first cosplay for Marin in a ridiculously short amount of time. My dude is completely in over his head trying to get this done while balancing general life shit. But it becomes clear later on that a lack of time is only half of the problem. It's revealed via flashback that his grandpa is, by all accounts, an excellent doll maker, and Gojo's been beating himself up all his life over his supposed lack of talent. He looks ready to throw in the towel, but then he recalls his grandpa reminding him why they worked their asses off in the first place. As a result, Gojo maximizes his virgin power to finish up the outfit just in time. Now, frankly, the logistics here are absolute bullshit, okay? Like, I don't care how many transferable skills this guy has, alright? There is no way in hell this dude could produce his first ever cosplay while balancing work, exams, and visits to the hospital in only 2 weeks, okay? That's just not gonna fucking happen. But whatever, man. I don't watch this show for the technical realism. I watch it for the, emotional believability. Yeah, that's it. See, the end product isn't perfect, and ultimately Gojo was stressing himself out over a deadline that didn't even exist. But look, the details are inconsequential here. All that matters is that Gojo had a goal, worked towards it, and came out with something he could be proud of. That is how you become self-confident, man. Not by constantly comparing yourself to others with more experience, or by deluding yourself into feeling fake confidence for doing nothing. You do it by finding whatever motivates you specifically and striving to become the best version of yourself for your own sake. Of course, how effective my DressUp Darling is at addressing all of this will depend on your mileage. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a story about an everyman MC pulling this chick who, despite her quote-unquote flaws, is absolutely fucking perfect. But hey, if you can stomach the show's gratuitous anime bullshit, I think you'll find yourself appreciating a rather wholesome narrative on how the people in your life can be an unexpected motivator towards achieving self-acceptance. For what is the true purpose of a waifu, if not to suck your own dick? Oh man. I'm gonna be very surprised if YouTube does not demonetize this video. But Whatever, man. If they haven't done it already, I think I'm good, you know? Anyway, thanks for watching this video. It's been quite a while since I've done anything anime analysis or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more content like this one, go ahead, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, like this video, share with your friends, all that call to action stuff. You know what I'm talking about. And Patreon, I got that too. Feel free to become a patron. And until then, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.